Few people will disagree that Steve Ballmer is a bit of a controversial or divisive figure, but no matter what you think of him, he was the CEO of Microsoft for a long time, spawning multiple memes, memorable moments, both good and bad memories.
Gentlemen, Steve Ballmer!
Developers, 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 developers. Developers, 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 developers. Yes!
Born as Stephen Anthony Ballmer on the 24th of March 1956 in Detroit, Michigan, Steve studied at Harvard University doing a BA in 1977 with a double major of mathematics and economics. He also attended the Stanford University Graduate School of Business from 1979 to 1980. Ballmer was truly a maths wizard. He scored a perfect score of 800 on the mathematics section of the SAT, which he wrote after graduating from a private college preparatory school. Steve became friends with Bill Gates while at Harvard University. He lived in the same dorm as Bill Gates, who was also a sophomore at the time, and the two played poker together. In 1980, Steve begins his career at Microsoft as a business manager and is the company's 24th employee. Previously, he worked for Procter & Gamble as assistant product manager directly before Microsoft. Like Bill Gates, Steve met his wife, Connie Snyder, when they were both working at Microsoft. They married each other in 1990. Ballmer was Gates' best man at his wedding to Melinda French, and the two men described the relationship as a marriage. They were so close for years that another Microsoft executive described it as a mind meld. On Microsoft's 25th anniversary, he surprised partygoers by appearing out of a large cake.
Their chances, they were there with MSN long time ago. They could have owned the internet market. They didn't. They slept on the wheel. Google came in, and there you go. I mean, it's a little too late to be pointing fingers and saying Google is, all dominant in everything. Hey, they make money for media companies. So media companies should listen to them. Whether it is MySpace, $900 million, nothing to sneeze.
4th of February 2014 marks Steve's final day at Microsoft by stepping down as Microsoft CEO. Under Ballmer's tenure as Microsoft CEO, Microsoft's annual revenue surged from $25 billion a year to $70 billion a year, while its net income increased to $23 billion, which was a 215% increase, yet the share price hardly increased. In May 2014, Ballmer signed a binding agreement to buy Los Angeles Clippers for $2 billion from the Sterling Family Trust. As a result of buying LA Clippers, Ballmer agreed to buy the Forum Inglewood. The purchase would allow him to build the Inglewood Basketball and Entertainment Center in the nearby area, since plans for a new Clippers arena were opposed by the former owners of the Forum. Once he bought the Forum, there were no more objections to building this new arena. In October 2015, Ballmer announces he has bought a 4% stake in Twitter over the previous months, becoming one of its largest shareholders. In June 2016, Steve Ballmer and Brand Vaughn founded the USA Facts Institute. It officially launched in 2017. USA Facts is a free public service to help make government data more accessible. In a Bloomberg interview, Ballmer described the work of the Institute as creating a 10K for the government. 2019, Steve Ballmer told Here and Now, "I started USA Facts because I want to understand by numbers, because numbers to me tell me an accurate story. I wanted to understand what the government was doing, where the money was coming from, what it was being spent on, and what kind of outcomes the government was getting." According to Dr. Peter Langford, a senior organisational psychologist with Macquarie University Australia, Langford believes Steve Ballmer wouldn't have lasted for more than 30 years at the top of a multi-billion-dollar software company if he was genuinely insane. His behaviour is unique to CEOs, but not so if we compare to some entertainment celebrities, motivational gurus, or evangelists, Langford said. He is building a celebrity status for himself at Microsoft. It is important that CEOs are larger than life, and this is his way of doing that. Steve Ballmer, even at the age of 54, has an interest in video games. When asked what his favourite Xbox game was, he was not ashamed to answer. With a smile, he told listeners that his favourite Xbox video game had to be beach volleyball. In a 2008 visit to the Hungarian University of Economy in Budapest, Hungary, Ballmer was attacked by a graduate student who threw eggs at him.
I have to ask one key question to the audience before we start. How many of you still have examinations to take?
Hey you! Microsoft has caused 25 billion Hungarians for its damage. To the Hungarian people, give that money back, right now!
Legyen szíves kivenni. Oké. Nagyon gyorsan. Hogy gondolja?
Sokat fog még ezért fizetni az ország, hogy az ember itt parádézik.
Erre, hogy lássuk, hogy ki megy, jó? Arra.
It was a friendly disruption. Oh, that broke my train of thought. What I thought I would do today, it says entrepreneur.
Back in 2001, Ballmer described Linux as a cancer, but in March 2016, Ballmer changed his stance on Linux, saying that he supports his successor Satya Nadella's open source commitments. He maintained that his comments in 2000 were right at the time, but times have changed. Ballmer was the second person after Roberto Goyetza to become a billionaire in US dollars based on stock options received as an employee of a corporation in which he was neither a founder nor a relative of a founder. As of July 2020, Forbes estimates Steve Ballmer's personal wealth at $71.4 billion. While CEO of Microsoft in 2009, Ballmer earned a total compensation of almost $1.27 million, which included a base salary of $665,000, a cash bonus of $600,000, no stock or other options, and other compensation of $10,794. That's the end of that video. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. See you next time.